Welcome to Sprinkle Stories and Travels. Today, I want to share a simple but funny travel experience from one of my visits to the Netherlands. It is not about a famous monument. It is not about a big tourist attraction. It is about something very ordinary in Dutch life, but very interesting for a visitor. The bicycle lane. I have visited the Netherlands several times. By now, you would think I would have learned my lesson. But somehow, sooner or later, it always happens. I will be walking through Amsterdam, Haarlem, Hoofddorp, and all the fascinating towns, admiring the canals, the shops, the old buildings, and the peaceful streets. Everything looks calm. Everything looks organized. Then suddenly, I hear a bicycle bell behind me. Ring ring. I turn around quickly. And then I realize the problem. I am standing in the bike lane. Again. For Dutch people, this may be completely normal. But for visitors, especially those coming from countries like the United Kingdom, it can be surprisingly easy to forget. In the Netherlands, bicycles are not just for exercise. They are part of everyday life. People cycle to work. They cycle to school. They cycle to the shops. They cycle to meet friends. They cycle with children. They cycle in the rain. They cycle in the wind. They cycle as if the bicycle is simply part of the body. In some places, it feels as if there are almost as many bicycles as people. What fascinated me most was how organized everything looked. The roads, pavements, and cycle lanes are clearly separated. To local people, it is normal. They understand the system. They know where to walk, where to cycle, and where to drive. But for a tourist, it can take a little practice. One moment, you are enjoying the view. The next moment, you are in the wrong place and a cyclist is politely warning you with a bell. Thankfully, many Dutch cyclists seem used to confused visitors. The bell is not rude. Sometimes it is simply a gentle reminder. Please, you are in the bike lane. Coming from the UK, where cycling systems can be very different, the Dutch way feels unique. It made me realize how much transport habits differ from country to country. In the Netherlands, cycling is not treated as something extra. It is part of the culture. It is part of daily movement. It is part of how people live. And because so many people use bicycles, the system works very well. Cars have their space. Cyclists have their space. Pedestrians have their space. When everyone understands the rules, the whole town feels more peaceful and organized. But when you are a visitor, you have to learn quickly. And sometimes, like me, you learn after hearing a bicycle bell behind you. The funny thing is, I have visited the Netherlands more than once. I know about the bike lanes. I have seen the red paths. I have heard the bells. I have watched people cycle confidently everywhere. Yet somehow, I still occasionally find myself drifting into the cycle lane without thinking. Maybe I am looking at the canals. Maybe I am admiring the buildings. Maybe I am watching the shops. Or maybe I am just enjoying the atmosphere too much. Then comes the bell. And I quickly step back to where I belong. That is one of the things I love about travel. Sometimes the most memorable experiences are not the big attractions. They are the small everyday moments. The things local people do without even thinking. The things that remind you that every country has its own rhythm, its own habits, and its own way of life. For me, the Dutch bike lane became one of those unforgettable travel lessons. It taught me to pay attention. It taught me to respect how people move in another country. And it also gave me a funny memory that still makes me smile. So, if you ever visit the Netherlands, enjoy the canals, enjoy the beautiful towns, enjoy the shops, enjoy the buildings, and enjoy the peaceful streets. But please, remember one thing. Watch where you are walking. Because the bicycle lane belongs to the cyclists. And if you forget, do not worry. A Dutch bicycle bell may remind you. As for me, I believe it may happen again. The next time I hear a bicycle bell, I will probably look down and realize that I am standing exactly where I should not be. Again. Have you ever visited another country and kept making the same mistake? Have you ever walked into a bicycle lane in the Netherlands? Or have you experienced something abroad that local people considered normal, but you found surprising or fascinating? Share your experience in the comments. We would love to hear your story. Thank you for watching Sprinkle Stories and Travels. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more true stories, travel experiences, memories, and life lessons from around the world. Until next time, keep traveling, keep learning, and keep enjoying the little stories that make life beautiful. See you in the next video.